So job insecurity is a big factor. That is why they are, energyless. So you have to build your social circle. Stress will increase. It will lead to depression. You have to balance.
वेलकम बैक गाइस टू आवर वन एंड ओनली चैनल द सोशल मॉन्क। आज हमारे पास एक और इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक है आपके लिए। सो वी विल टॉक अबाउट कॉर्पोरेट स्ट्रेस टुडे। तो हमारे साथ मिस्टर वीरेन इज आवर गेस्ट टुडे, हु इज हैविंग अ रिच एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ 10 years working in many corporates. So Mr. Viren, welcome to our
Thank you.
channel.
Thank you so much.
What is exactly corporate stress? थोड़ा definition देंगे हमें?
So corporate stress is very, complicated term, and it has three dimensions. If I say, one is physical, emotional, and mental. So when the person goes through this stress, right? When we say physical, so once this person goes from office to home, he doesn't have any energy. He or she doesn't have any energy.
True.
They are totally energyless. They are not able to help anyone, any work at home. They are not able to help. They are not able to enjoy with their family members. That is physical. When it comes to emotional, they are, since they are going through this stress, they are emotionally weak. They are not able to enjoy any moment. Whatever is happening around them, they are like completely lazy, because they are going through some problem in their brain. So that is why they are energyless. And third is mental. So in when we talk about mental, that is very critical in this. When person goes through this stress, so they have kind of cluster headache, means multiple headaches happening in our head. So there will be a pain in our brain here, which will continue for 3 to 4 days. Even though you will take pills, headache pills, still you will not overcome that, because something that is happening because of your stress. You are overthinking. That is just, I am telling you about the corporate stress that can happen in corporate stress. This is quite critical. Yeah.
It's sounds very scary, जैसा आपने बताया। तो क्या रीजन होते हैं why this corporate stress happens, और ये क्या सारी कंपनीज में होते हैं, या what is the majority of employees having it?
So it's all depend on the individual personality, because the environment is same for everyone, right? It is not something different for me, or it's because since we are working in the same structure, under the same policy, same work is assigned to you, it might be little tough for you, little easy for me, or vice versa, right?
Basically, it depends on emotional quotient of a person.
Yeah. So it can happen, multiple reasons. One is high workload. Simple, right? So maybe extra work is assigned to you because you might be capable to do that. Right? That is one. Or you are not capable to do that, so extra work is assigned to you, so you are not able to complete on time. That is one thing. Second, when I say poor work-life balance, okay, that is very, very critical, because once we go into office, we start using phone, we taking breaks. Okay, so obviously the time which would have been utilized for doing some task, we are chit-chatting, taking coffee breaks more than required. I'm not saying that we should not take, we should take breaks, but if we are doing more than required, so then the problem happens.
नहीं, but सर ब्रेक लेने से तो इंसान ब्रेक थोड़ा सा रिलैक्स होता है ना?
Yeah, relax hota hai, but if we take extra break, that will hamper, right? Some tasks which could have been completed by 5 o'clock, but you were on a lunch break for 2 hours, which is only meant for 1 hour. So obviously that work will not complete by 5, that will complete by 6, and then you'll go again through stress because there is a deadline, right? And then the third point is job insecurity. Okay, because in India, if we talk about the population of 1.4 billion, if one person left the job, there are hundreds of people, hundreds of applications waiting to take that seat, right? So job insecurity is a big factor. Okay, and then obviously sometimes it happens, there is a conflict within team. There are certain groupism, right? That this group favors the other one, some works are assigned to you, so it looks team to the top management, but when you go down, you will see these are individuals,
So actually, you are
subgroups.
talking about corporate politics. politics also.
corporate politics. That is also big reason for stress, because you are not a part of that family. You feel like you want to be part of that family, but you are not able to do, because you are not matching the wavelength. So that is because that is why this is happening, right? And then in many of the companies there is a lot of manual work. Since we are talking about AI, chat gpt, automation, but there are still many companies who still believe in manual tasks. And the task has increased a lot, right? It can't be completed in 8 hours, the standard 8-hour working, right? Needs 10 hours, 12 hours. So that is also one of the big reason. Yeah.
Got it, fine. तो बेसिकली कॉर्पोरेट स्ट्रेस हटाने के हमारे पास सॉल्यूशंस क्या है? आई एम सेइंग खत्म नहीं हो सकता, बट कितना हद तक कम हो सकता है और क्या क्या स्टेप्स हैं जो हम ले सकते हैं टू रिड्यूस द कॉर्पोरेट स्ट्रेस?
Very good question. And since I will, anyone can Google this and you will find the answer. But I'll tell from my personal experience how I came out of stress. Okay, so that will be helpful for many youngsters who are going through this, and I hope my suggestions will work from them. So first point, the suggestion which I'll give to young guys who are going through stress, or they are at very initial level as of now. The first is time management. So the guys who are into corporate, they have to set their boundaries, they have to set their priorities. It's not like that you want to go for party at the same time there's a deadline. You have to balance. Okay, if someone is waiting for your work, you have to complete that. You can't leave in middle and say let it be. Okay, you have to set your priorities, which, because everything can't be priority. A, B, C, 3 tasks are on your plate, but you have to prioritize. Is it A is coming first or C is coming first? That is important. Second is, when you are going through stress, right? So you have to build your social circle. It can be your friends, it can be your family members, it can be your neighbors. You need to talk to them and tell that I am going through this situation, how you would have dealt with this. What is your experience? Please help. And the third point is sports. Okay, social activities. I mean, like, it can be sports, it can be meditation, it can be social work, anything. You have to engross yourself in these activities, because if you will not do that, if you will just sit at home, obviously your focus will be only on that stress, right? If you're continuously thinking and you're not breaking your thoughts, that stress will increase. It will lead to depression. Okay, then you have to take pills, and that is very dangerous. So best is try to involve yourself in some kind of sports. Fourth point is, like, again related to third point itself. You need to read. Try to read some good motivational books. That will help a lot. Okay, so fifth point is, you need to change your mindset. If you think that everything is a problem, it will always be a problem. Okay,
Be positive.
be positive. You have to force yourself, as simple as that. It's not like someone, my father will come and say, that he will support you definitely, but you can't expect every time, right? Someone will come, but yeah. So you have to get your mindset. These kind of problems will happen. This kind of, since world is evolving, things are changing. So you have to stay strong. You have to, change your mindset from negative to positive. That is very, very critical. Then, very important point is art of saying no, right? If you know that your plate is full and you are occupied from Monday to Friday completely, whatever the work is assigned to you, and someone is saying that, can you complete this work? So please try to say no. Okay, so this is very important, because stress happens because we say, like, we want to be in good books. You can be in good books, but make sure that that might lead to stress, because someone is waiting for the task, because the task is assigned to you and someone have to make some decisions on that. Okay, if there is a delay, obviously the repercussions will be on you.
Right.
Okay, and then very important point, it's not like I will do all the tasks. Try to delegate. You have to delegate your task to your teammates. Okay, you have to create other subordinates, because that's why the team is there, right? If you will try to do every task, obviously you will always be burdened. Okay, so try to seek help. If you see that there is a lot of burden on you, try to seek help. There's no harm. So we are human being, right? We will ask help from humans, right? We can't ask help from animals, right? So as a human we can ask. If the person is helping you, then you should also be ready to help him, right? So it can happen with anyone. So these are some of the points which I mentioned from my practical experience. And yeah, I believe if we practice out, not all, obviously we can't practice all, but if we practice 50%, I think we can come out of stress easily, and we can fight back easily.
तो जितना मैं आपकी बात से समझा हूँ, मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट तो ये है कि सर आपको एक ऑल्टरनेट रिक्रिएशनल एक्टिविटी में एंगेज करना चाहिए अपने आप को, और बात करने से बात बनती है. यू शुड टॉक टू पीपल, टॉक टू योर लव्ड वंस. और एक और गाइडेंस आप ले सकते हैं सर. माय पॉइंट इफ आई हैव वांट टू आई विश टू ऐड, take consultation, take physio, psychological consultation.
Psychiatrist. Yeah.
Psychiatrist नहीं, in fact, हाँ psychiatrist, right?
Yeah, so I got your point, but that is at very last stage, right? We go to psychiatrist, but before that, I think if we practice all this, we can easily fight back the stress. And but believe me, if we are not sharing with anyone, we are in big trouble.
Thank you so much for enlightening us with all your words of wisdom. ये बहुत जरूरी बात बोली, बहुत अच्छी बात बोली आपने. बात करने से बात बनती है. आपको अपना माइंडसेट चेंज करके नेगेटिव टू पॉजिटिव करना पड़ेगा.
Correct.
So this is very important for everyone nowadays, because depression का first stage आपके पास आ गया, तो या तो you seek consultation or या you implement all those points which is narrated by you. Thank you very much. Thank you so much again.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.